Welcome to a broadcast of the recent Lorain County Commissioners' General Meeting. Unless otherwise announced, meetings are held Wednesday morning at 9:30 at the Administration Building, 226 Middle Avenue, 4th floor, downtown Elyria. These are public meetings and you are invited to attend. Agendas are posted prior to the meeting at www.loraincounty.us. Click on Departments to see the Commissioners page, then click on View Agenda.
Good morning. Can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the June 7th meeting of the Lorain County Board of Commissioners. Our thought for today is Proverbs 16:26 and 27. It is good for workers to have an appetite. An empty stomach drives them on. Scoundrels create trouble. Their words are a destructive blaze. And Mr. Kalo has our dog from the kennel this morning. It's not Mr. Cortez.
Come on. Yeah, come on. Yeah, you're a good dog. Look at you. Our featured dog this week is a 5-year-old black lab male. He was found in Grafton. He's actually up for adoption. He's available today, so maybe the calendar contest winner can take the dog home. We've got our friends from the AFL here. Take the dog home as a mascot.
932.
How many dogs do we have now, Tim?
I got 930 here.
We have 33 dogs, so we got a full house. So
Yeah.
if he isn't quite your type, please stop by and see if one of our other dogs will work for your family. Come on, look at him.
I love those folks that like
We will have a presentation at 9:45 regarding the coloring contest. Under resolutions number 1, investments.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kalo.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Appropriations.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kalo.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Transfers.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kalo.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
No advances, no repayments, requisitions.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kalo.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Travel.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kalo.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Bills.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kalo.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Under the Commissioners, authorize various personnel actions as indicated on the summary sheet for employees within jurisdiction of Lorain County Commissioners.
Mr. Cortez.
Good morning,
morning.
Madam Commissioner. I do have some potential hires in the solid waste department, and also want to talk about potential hires possibly in community development and at the collection center. Also an update on union negotiations with the United Steelworkers of America and 911 employees and the operating engineers and the bridge workers, potential purchase of real estate, and a pending legal matter. All those topics are allowable under the Sunshine Act for executive session discussion, so that's at the conclusion of our regular meeting. We go into executive session, we discuss those matters that I've identified. Also, just for clarification, that clock is fast.
Is it?
Yes. Thank you very
What
much.
time is it?
9:34.
No, it's not.
Help me out here, Commissioner Lundy.
Yeah.
Can you read the
That's
top
fast,
of the
goes
agenda,
fast.
Mr. Cortez? Early is on time, on time is late.
Okay.
Thank you.
Got embarrassed, didn't you? Got a little bit red.
That's okay. Got a lot of companies want. Nice to see the room full.
It is nice.
Approve and waive the reading of the minutes of May 31st.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Under Job and Family, enter an agreement with Even Flow Company, Inc., Alabama, in the amount of $70,000 to purchase 400 stroller travel systems for low-income TANF-eligible families effective June 1st, 2017 through September 30th, 2017, and authorize director to execute on behalf of the Board of Prosecutors approval as to form.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Commissioners, there was I queried this with Job and Family Services. We were only able to achieve one bid on this package. It did meet the definition still of competitive procurement. And there was actually several items that they wanted to put into this program. And we're not able to get bids for things like mattresses, crib mattresses, and things like that. And only one bid on the strollers. And of course, the company wasn't very close to home at all. But they felt that going forward with a partial program was still beneficial to the community rather than no program at all. But I did check, and it still meets the definition of competitive procurement under the federal guidelines. So it's going to be a good program for our community.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Mr. Lundey?
Aye.
Amendment Resolution Number 17192, adopted March 22nd, 2017, awarding contract to Ray Giddish Heating and Air Conditioning, Lorain, for JFS rooftop unit replacement project. The amendment is to reflect the correct account number.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Mr. Lundey?
Aye.
Amendment Resolution 17210, adopted March 29th, awarding contract to South Shore Electric, Elyria, for JFS telecommunications cabling project. Amendment is to reflect the correct account number.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Mr. Lundey?
Aye.
Authorize purchase of service with Lorain County Transit Elyria and Provide a Ride Cleveland in the amount of $300,000 each to provide non-emergency medical transportation services for state fiscal year 18, effective July 1st, 2017 through June 30th, 2018.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Did you want to comment about how this money will generate additional monies
Well,
for
we
going
could.
towards
You
training?
know, the Job and Family Services money, federal funds that are channeled through the state and then distributed to the communities vis-a-vis Jobs and Family Services, and then administered locally in conjunction with the Lorain County Board of Commissioners and the Job and Family Services local authorities, is the only federal dollars that can match federal dollars with FTA funds. So partnering like this to provide transportation services allow us to double dip federal dollars and bring back twice as much federal money here to serve our community. Took us a little while to figure out a scenario where we could possibly partake in that particular arena. So I'm happy to and pleased to report that it's been very successful. As you know, in the beginning, it really was very challenging. Let me wind back the tape a little bit and remind you that we had voucher systems and people were providing their own rides. They were driving in, they were getting reimbursed, and we were reimbursing people. Some people were like $30,000 a year. They were making a living on
Driving themselves to the doctor.
driving themselves to the well, most of it was the methadone clinic. They were
Right.
taking their a lot of times their adult children that required to go there, and they were receiving significant amount of reimbursement. Wasn't Job and Family Services' fault or the people there. They were doing their job and doing their job correctly. But the regulations demanded that those types of payments be made if these folks had to go and seek those type of services. There's no methadone clinic in Lorain County. The only one that's available that's close by is in Cuyahoga County, downtown Cleveland. So we looked at that and looked at the amount of money these folks were getting paid and how they were actually now starting to live on this environment and starting to court other people to drive down there. And some of them were making a few trips a day rather than even consolidating those trips. And we came up with this program, and a few folks at Job and Family Services did a great job working with the transit people. And this is, I think, we're going into our third contract now, if I'm not mistaken on this. So it's been successful, and while Job and Family still purchase tickets for riders, which doesn't really help us, Farebox cannot be matched. Farebox is not considered local funds by the FTA, so there's no matching dollars available on Farebox. I'm hopeful that eventually we can have further discussion on how to purchase services rather than tickets. When you purchase services, they look at that different than Farebox, and we can get matching dollars. In addition to federal dollars, matching federal dollars, When we have more income, we also get more state dollars from the Department of Transportation for offset. It's not significant, but every dollar is helping transit. You realize the limited environment of funds that we're operating in, and that hasn't improved at all. But the program's working well.
Okay, thanks.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Under sanitary, enter an easement for sanitary sewer installment and maintenance with Pheasant Run Association with Grange for 20-foot wide easement and right-of-way.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Under alcohol and drug, create Fund 2001, Mass Comp, ABS Fund, Alcohol and Drug Services Compensated Applicants.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Adult probation, approved probation improvement incentive, subsidy grant agreement addendum in the increased amount of $78,000 with the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Correction for community-based correction, Division of Parole and Community Services, Bureau of Community Sanctions Probation Improvement and Incentive Grant. No cash matches required and is due June 9th.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
It's close enough. We'll do our presentation. Brandi?
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My name is Brandi Schnell, and I'm the Community Outreach Coordinator for Lorain County Solid Waste. Each year, we do several community outreach type events, contests in the schools in Lorain County, and our calendar contest is one of our biggest and longest standing contests. We contact every school in Lorain County, and all students in grades 1st through 12 are eligible to participate. This year we had close to 800 entries, and Commissioner Kokoski and myself judged the contest, and though it was hard, we narrowed it down. We have one winner for the cover of the calendar and then the 12 months. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show a PowerPoint presentation of all of the contest winners, and then we have quite a few of them in the audience today that are going to come up one at a time and receive their certificate from the commissioner, get their picture taken, and then we'll be all done. So if we could get the
PowerPoint? Ernie?
Sure.
presentation up there.
We good?
Just need to switch
There we
it.
go.
There you go.
Wow, technology actually works.
All right.
Good to
I
go.
love
Happens occasionally.
Okay, so our cover artist this year is Sydney Robinson. She's a 4th grader from Prospect Elementary School. January is Elizabeth Ziegelmeyer, an 11th grader at Elyria Catholic High School. February is Natalie Listicki, a 5th grader from St. Jude School here in Elyria. March is Chantel Sims, an 8th grader from Avon Middle School. April, Kaylee Rollins, a 6th grader from St. Anthony of Padua, that's in Lorain. May is Jayla Guzman, a 1st grader from First Baptist Christian School.
How about that?
How about that? That's good.
First
Oh, you
grade.
had to. That's
It's
so cute. How about that?
amazing. Okay, June is Parker White, a 2nd grader from Midview North Elementary. July is Aiden Simbunjek, an 8th grader from Avon Middle School.
Well, I didn't catch this one right away. Recycle. Isn't that so cute? How clever is that? Okay, go ahead.
August is Emerson Flynn, a 3rd grader from St. Joseph's School in Avon Lake. September is Chloe Pizzanelli, a 4th grader from St. Joseph's School in Avon Lake. October is Vesna Rostovsky, a 12th grader from Elyria Catholic High School. November is Jessica LaForte, an 8th grader from Avon Middle School.
It's
December is Emma Fox, a 12th grader from Elyria High School.
Oh, very nice.
All right. We would like to thank you, Commissioners, for your support, and Commissioner Kokoski for helping me judge. And if you would like to come down, we're going to call the students up. And when you... Yep. And then when you come up, if you will pose for a picture with the Commissioner, that would be great. Oh, each student, I'm sorry about that. Each student is getting a certificate of appreciation, a copy of their picture, and a check for $25 for winning the contest. And then when the calendars are printed here in a couple months, we will send a dozen of each calendar to their family so that they will have them to pass out to their friends and family. Okay, so the first student we have is Sydney Robinson, our 4th grader, our cover artist here. We will, we'll put the pictures up online after this. I don't know if I could start it over. I don't know if I'll be able to start it over or not, but we do have the pictures in each of the folders. Yeah, we could do that, definitely. Okay, next is Elizabeth Ziegelmeyer, 11th grader. Well, now she'll be a 12th grader at Elyria Catholic High School. Congratulations. I don't know if anybody came in after. Is Natalie Lisicki here? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Here you go. There you are. All right, just to make sure Chantel Sims is not here. Okay. Kaylee Rollins. All right, next up, Jayla Guzman, First Baptist Christian School, 1st grader. All right. Next, we have Parker White, 2nd grader from Midview North Elementary. We have had a couple of people. Elizabeth is one of our winners that has won more than once. Emerson Flynn from St. Joseph in Avon Lake. Next, we have Chloe Pisanelli, a 4th grader from St. Joseph Avon Lake. Congratulations. Vesna Rostovsky, a 12th grader, graduate of Elyria Catholic High School. Thank you. And I just want to make sure that nobody snuck in after I got a chance to meet with anybody else. If none of the other people are here, I don't think so. Anybody else? I don't think so. Okay, thank you, Commissioner, and thank you, all of you, for having us.
Congratulations to all the students and parents. You must be very proud. You know, this initiative that we have in the county with making sure that we properly recycle and most importantly, make sure that things don't end up in our lake. We need to keep our lake nice and healthy. So thank you for being there for your kids and for the kids. Very creative work and a job well done.
Trust me, it's very hard to pin these down. What do we have, 800 and some?
It was close to 800.
Close to 800 applicants, you know, so if there's a word misspelled or anything like that, those were automatically, you know, we can't take those, but there's some really great artwork and a lot of creativity, and it's really fun. It's one of the fun things I get to do as a commissioner is just look at all these, and very hard to pick.
It is.
Congratulations to all the winners. Nice job.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Cortez.
I yield to council.
Mr. Innes.
I do have one matter of pending litigation that I would like to discuss with the commissioners in executive session.
Commissioners report.
Well, we lost two wonderful women this past week. Dorothy Nabokowski, which is the wife of the late Ron Nabokowski, and Yolanda DiTilio, the mother of Frank and Joe DiTilio, passed away, and our condolences go out to both of their families. Thursday, we had a stepping up meeting. We have a draft of the sequential intercept mapping for improvement of the process of how a person with a mental health issue is handled from their first encounter with law enforcement all the way throughout the justice system. So trying to keep them out of the justice system, or if they are in the justice system, to get them through there more quickly. Yesterday, we had a viewing of the Luther Ditch in Pittsville Township. We had the public hearing on June 20th, which could be somewhat contentious. There were a couple of residents who are not happy about the improvements that need to be made, but there's some serious flooding issues going on some of those properties, and I think they said this hasn't been addressed, this ditch, since 1880. So 1888. Okay, so shoot me for 8 years, okay.
Well, I was surprised
I'm
when I
kidding,
asked
yeah.
Peter that, and I said, what year? I thought he said 19. He said
Yeah, 1888, yeah,
Right,
so-
130 years later, about time to clean it.
Yeah, it's time to do something, so, end of my report.
Okay. Yeah, also, I attended General Johnny Wilson rededication of his park in the city of Lorain 25-year anniversary. Always nice to see the general. He comes back every year to help with the graduation of the school that's named after him for the 8th graders.
Nice.
So, again, just always a pleasure to see General Wilson and the great things that have come out of the city of Lorain for our armed forces. We also have another general, General Robles, also came out of the city of Lorain. So, also congratulations, Elyria Girls Softball State Championship. Amazing job. Exciting ending. You can see it on YouTube how it happened. So again, congratulations. We have state champions here in Lorain County. They did a great job. So, end of my report.
Cavs game for you tonight?
Actually, my son-in-law, was his birthday on Monday, so I gave up my tickets for him.
Aw.
But we're still meeting people down there this evening. I already had plans to meet
Go
other
Cavs.
friends. Go
Go
Cavs.
Go Cavs, come on. You can do it.
Yeah. Our sympathies and prayers go out to you, Teresa, for the passing of your grandmother. Know that we're there to support you through this difficult time. Prayers and sympathy go out as well to Frank and Joe DiTilio, the passing of their mother this past week, and also the family of Dorothy Nabokowski. Wow, what a great lady, and we're still missing Ron greatly. Had the opportunity to have lunch recently with Charlie Neff, who just retired from the Mental Health Board, and Charlie's just a wealth of knowledge, and is going to be moving back to his hometown of Springfield, Missouri, working on a new house there and everything. So we wish Charlie the best. Also, congratulations to our warden at the Lorain Correctional Facility, Kimberly Clipper. Her son got married over the weekend. Congratulations to her family. Likewise, congratulations to the Elyria High Pioneers girls softball team. What was that, runner interference or something? Was the way that game ended. So, but yeah, you've got to see it on YouTube to see the unique ending to that ball game. Martin Heberling held a fundraiser in Amherst. He's running for Amherst Council out there. A fine young gentleman who's interested in public service. The youth Luther Ditch viewing we had the other day in Pittsfield, and just the important thing there is about being a good neighbor, because if that ditch is backing up and causing your neighbor to be flooded, it's important to be a good neighbor and grant access so we can get in there and clean it up so nobody has to deal with any flooding issues. Welcome to Global Plastics coming to Lorain. Understand the old Morning Journal facilities to be utilized for that. Sorry to see the upcoming closure of Sears. The retail industry is changing dramatically across this country, and we do know the city of Elyria has been working on the Midway Mall, trying to see what they can do to revitalize that area. I know that we as a county have had conversations even with IKEA in the past, trying to see if they were interested in coming in there. But the plan, I guess, is to bring in maybe a combination of retail, offices, and apartments eventually for the Midway Mall area. The city paid for an extensive study on that. If you haven't had a chance to look at it, because sometimes people say, what are you doing about the Midway Mall? Well, there's been all kinds of things in the works. It's just a matter of somebody stepping up and making the investment. So I guess there's a potential sale coming up in July. Also, the Cabela's Fishing Tournament, which this board, through the Visitors Bureau, has made a large investment in, $20,000. That's from our bed tax money. I don't want anybody thinking we're spending general revenue funds for this. But it's a very important event coming in, bringing in 250 teams of professional fishermen. Gets to showcase Lorain County, showcase our lakefront, certainly expose us to people across the country about hopefully making plans to come in here and do some fishing as well. That'll be kicking off Thursday through Sunday. So if you're anywhere near the Black River and the lakefront, you're going to see a lot of boats out on the lake. You may have already seen some. I understand some of them have been out there trying to find the best fishing locations to bring in some big walleye. And also, at one of our upcoming meetings, I'd like to work with my colleagues and see about garnering your support so that we can send a resolution to Washington, to our congressional members, our Senate members, and also to the President himself, opposing the privatization of air traffic controllers. That would have a devastating impact here. Certainly have always been opposed to privatization. The public sector does the job and does it well. All the airplanes that are moved in this country every day, and I think our air traffic controllers work extremely hard at that and provide safe air transportation for travelers in the U.S. And that completes my report.
Board correspondence?
I move the reading be waived.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Public comment?
Anybody wishing to come up and address the board this morning? Now's your chance. Seeing none, I move that we go into executive session as outlined by both the administrator and assistant county prosecutor.
Second.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
This has been a broadcast of the recent Lorain County Commissioners' General Meeting. Unless otherwise announced, meetings are held Wednesday morning at 9:30 at the Administration Building, 226 Middle Avenue, 4th floor, downtown Elyria. These are public meetings, and you are invited to attend. Agendas are posted prior to the meeting at www.loraincounty.us. Click on Departments to see the Commissioners page, then click on View Agenda for a printable copy of the agenda.